We're live! Let's go! Hey guys, how you guys been doing? I've been doing quite alright myself, man. I'm so excited to stream today. I mean, don't get me wrong. 100%, 1,000,000%, I am terrified right now. I mean, first chatting stream ever? I am deathly terrified, but hey, I'm also excited. Extremely so. So, let's go ahead, and without further ado, let's get into this, man. Let's just jump right in. One thing I want to do first, though. My apologies, guys. Oh, I'm sure I'll find it somewhere. I'll fix that sometime else. No big deal. Alrighty. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So, alrighty, guys. So I just wanted to go over a couple things. I don't think this stream will be long at all. Mostly because, this is terrifying. Speaking to myself for a long period of time without playing a video game or commenting on anything, that's just terrifying. Either way, let's just jump right into it. So I wanted to talk about some things that are changing. I wanted to highlight some things that I failed on in the past couple of months and some things I've succeeded in doing these past couple months. You know, give myself a pat on the backs where they're needed, and, you know, start criticizing myself and working towards solutions, more importantly, where it's needed. And if you hear any crumpled paper sound, don't worry about that. That's literally just my script. You think I could do 30 minutes of talking by myself without at least some form of script? Hell no. Hell no. Anyways, to the first subject at hand. So, on my screen, I have a couple of goals that I want to meet when I debuted. These were goals I had for about a year. And I want to say, I actually feel like I met 90% of these goals. Maybe 80%. But I feel like I met most of them. So, first and foremost, update my model. So, from the beginning, I wanted to update my model because I won't lie to you. And it will even say it in the files of my original model. This model you see on screen, even this model, the one I'm using right now, was entirely meant to be a rough draft. I never expected that this would be my first model. It was just so that I could get a picture of what I was going to do. Even still, I had this hat and cape idea since the beginning, and in fact, I even had drawn this hat and cape, but I didn't fully know how to animate them or put them on my model without it looking weird. And when it came time to debut, I had realized, because here's the thing, my debut date, my debut anniversary was supposed to be September 23rd. You know, it's October 8th for my debut anniversary, but my first ever stream was supposed to be September 23rd. And then I realized I did not have a model I wanted to use. And so I kind of just had to quickly build up a model and debut it October 8th. I'll also admit I had cold feet. So like it took me 1 month to build up a model that I think, or 1 week for me to build up a model that I think was presentable. And that was just building off of the rough draft I had. And then it took me another entire week for me to... how can I say this? I was terrified the first time I ever streamed. So much so that the first time I ever said, okay, I'm gonna stream, I just completely turned the stream right off. Right as soon as I started it, I turned it right off. I told myself, screw it, I'll just wait another week to stream, because I clearly wasn't in the right mind space for streaming. So another goal that I had was to learn Japanese. I am currently learning Japanese. For example, I know kurosai means cool. I just now learned that in Japanese, because I'll admit I've been using Duolingo, which I've been told isn't the best thing to use. Duolingo, I was told, is a good supplement for an actual textbook or a class. I've been working on getting into a class or getting a textbook to better teach myself Japanese. But for right now, Duolingo has been a well beyond great for learning the basics of Japanese so far. Improving my art and programming skills. Well, I have definitely improved my art and programming skills or at the very least, I've improved my art skills. Yeah, I mean, I have taught myself how to shade, how to highlight, how to use an airbrush, because oh my gosh, before I learned that Clip Studio had an airbrush feature, oh my gosh, it was so hard to highlight. And after I learned Clip Studio had an airbrush feature, it changed everything, man. I love that airbrush. I absolutely love my airbrush, man. I also learned about oh, I forget what they're called. Let me just pull something up. What is it called? Vector layers. I learned about vector layers and how to use those, and I learned that vector layers are definitely a good idea for line art. Whenever I'm starting an art piece, maybe use vector layers so that I can quickly tweak and improve and mesh a little bit of my lines, and that helps, you know, from having to redraw it entirely. I also learned about opacity and the reason opacity is important. So like opacity helps, from what I've seen, it helps to better give objects texture and helps to highlight things better. That's at least how I've been using opacity recently. So improve and release music. Well, technically I've been improving my music, and by that I mean I've been practicing guitar. But release music, that's an entire bust. So I'll admit, maybe improve and release music, that's a failed goal. Didn't really meet that goal yet. Play games that challenge my comfort. So I've never played a horror game in my life. Resident Evil 2 has been the first horror game I've ever played, and I absolutely loved playing Resident Evil 2, by the way. That was such a fun game. Such a fun game to stream. I don't know if I would have continued playing it if I wasn't streaming it personally, but I absolutely loved streaming it. It just felt so fun to stream that. And I also played Sifu. I'll admit, actually, Sifu was a game I've been looking at playing for a long time. It's a game that I was like, ooh, since its release, I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to play this game. But before I wanted to become a streamer, or a VTuber, sorry, I didn't exactly have a good enough PC for playing video games. So I really didn't have a way to play Sifu at the time. Or actually, that's a lie, because Sifu was a PS4 release first, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Either way, I just didn't think about playing Sifu, and then after I decided, oh, okay, I'm gonna be a VTuber, I told myself, okay, I want to play Sifu on stream, so let's just not play the game until, you know, I play it on stream. And here we are now, and I've been having a lot of fun. I'll admit, it's not extremely fun. It's definitely difficult, and it's definitely challenging, but it has been a good bit of fun. So defeat my social anxiety. Well, as you can tell, I still have a hell of a lot of social anxiety. It took me forever to even start this stream. Like, I'll admit, yeah, not streaming for a while definitely will do stuff to you. You know, it'll start to deteriorate your will to want to stream. But even more than that, like, I decided I was going to stream today. There's no way of getting out of it. And still, it took me about 30 minutes to hit the play button because I don't know, I was just terrified. I was terrified. So, yeah, you know, and I also wanted to say, I love my model. I really do. I love everything about my model. Well, no. Let's reverse that a bit. I think my model is handsome. That is entirely true. I genuinely think my model is handsome. I like my model. I genuinely like my model. But there's a lot of parts of my model that I think I could have improved on. So, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and highlight some areas that I think I did bad on. So, when I was originally making my model concept, sorry for the crotch shot, I wanted this area right here to be, I wanted it to flap in the wind. Like the edges of my suit, I wanted it to flap in the wind. That was my honest idea when I first started. Didn't actually know how to make a model back then. I didn't know how to design one, let alone how to rig one. But I was very ambitious about what I wanted. So you'll see that a lot of these parts look as if they were stitched on, and that's because they are. So here's the thing about that. I really don't know how layers worked back then. And so I kind of just had this uniform as one whole layer. And then I realized, well, when I got to the rigging process, if I want this to somehow, you know, flap at all, I'm gonna have to cut up my suit into different layers. And so I began to cut up my suit into different layers. And then I realized, okay, now I need to put all these pieces together. And so I started putting all these pieces together. And then now it kind of just looks a little awkward because you can kind of see the places where I didn't cut it so well, and it's kind of oofed. Well, overall, I really do. For a first ever model, I do really love this model. It is genuinely amazing. Give me just a second. I'm gonna go ahead and change screens real quick. Let's go ahead and change back to my command room. Alright. Yeah, so, like I said, I really do like my model. And that's absolutely no lie. It is ugly in a sense, kind of like a pog. You know, a pog dog. It's very ugly. It's kind of like an ugly dog. But it's handsome. It's beautiful in its own sense. Because it's mine. And it is entirely mine. And that's the thing about all this animation, all these pictures, my backgrounds, they're all self-made. That's something I can be entirely proud about. Even if I think they're not as good as I'd like them to be, that is something I can tout. You know, they are made by me. And I really respect that for myself, personally. I will admit, the reason why they're made by me, let's not skirt the entire issue here. The reason why they're made by me is because I don't know how to reach my hand out and ask for commissions. Like, I know I should be asking people for help, I know I should be trying to ask for commissions. I'm just too terrified to do so, so... I mean, it is what it is, you know? And something I think that really upsets me about my this project, about, you know, the video I released earlier, last month, you know, about a month ago, where I talked about my model and this command room. Something that infuriates me is I had planned to update my model like about 6 or 4 months. I want to say 6 to 4 months ago, but that's kind of a lie in and of itself. I wanted to update my model about a year ago. I wanted to start updating my model about a year ago. About 6 months ago to 4 months ago, I wanted to release this updated model, this command room, and all of my animations I have so far. But I failed to do so. And I can't blame anything other than me procrastinating. There is no excuse other than laziness and procrastination. And that's something that I want to change, and something I have been working on changing. And here's the thing. Only half of my project so far is finished. This right here, this updated model, this command room, my intro, and I'll show you later, I actually have an outro. That is only half finished. Like, we are only halfway through this phase of my VTubing career. I am not even completely finished with this kind of phase I had, because I had in my head I have this phase idea for my project that I had planned to complete entirely within a year, but that fell through and I've only completed half of it so far. And something that really irks me, but it is something I'll admit to some extent I deserve, is that a secret goal of mine that I didn't ever say and I didn't want to say is I wanted to make 10 subscribers within 6 months of being a VTuber. I wanted to make 10 subscribers and or 2 congruent viewers. That was the plan that I had for myself. I was going to get 10 subscribers or 2 congruent viewers to watch my streams. And that fell through. And, you know, let's be real here. It's because I'm not that interesting of a person yet to watch. I procrastinate. I constantly fail you guys. You know, I don't stream when I say I don't stream when I say I'm gonna stream. I'm not a reliable VTuber to watch, and so I can see why I don't have subscribers. Why I don't have that many viewers at all. Well, is because there's nothing here really to watch just yet. But does that mean I have failed as a VTuber, or that moreover that I am going to fail as a VTuber? No. Heck no. I have not given up, and I will not fail being a VTuber. You know, I want to succeed. I have plans coming for the end of this project, the end of this phase. I think even if parts of my streams don't fully improve, other parts will definitely improve. I have the things I'm not going to talk about here because I want to keep them a secret, that I'm improving on and that I'm trying to get better at, and that I'm excited for. I'm genuinely excited to release these things when it's time. And it's so hard to keep it a secret, but like, I've been working on a couple things and it's going to be so cool. I think I will get viewers from it. I do think I will start to get more viewers as I continue, as I improve. And I will improve. I mean, even from a year ago, I have improved 100%, 200%. I have improved from a year ago. So this idea of, okay, well, pity myself because I'm never going to improve. No, I'm improving right now. Even as I'm doing the stream, I am improving. So we do have a lot of successes coming in the next year. And that's the thing. I am genuinely happy to be here. I'm genuinely happy to be streaming. I am genuinely happy to be doing things, to be animating, because this genuinely brings me happiness. Especially animating. I won't lie to you guys. I have considered entirely to stop VTubing and focus entirely on animating. Because even though I'm not a great artist at all yet, I do enjoy animating. And I just think animating would be a lot of fun. If I could get commissions for animations, that would be a dream job right there. Really, really would. Because from the animations that I have done so far, I've been having a lot of fun. I'm not saying I'm doing a good job. Not at all. But I've been having a lot of fun. And that's the main thing. You know, because before I began to stream and before I had this mindset that I wanted to improve myself, I will admit I was going through things in my life in which I felt like I was in a rut and I wasn't doing anything. I just really wasn't doing anything at all productive. I wasn't, you know, I have my own dreams and ambitions in life, and I kind of just threw those to the side and said, I'll get there someday, What I'm doing here, what I'm doing today, and what I've been doing for the last year, and even more than that, what I've been doing for the last 2 years, has been improving my confidence in myself, has been improving my character, and has been downright improving my skills in the areas in which I want to improve, in which I want to better myself. And that excites me. You know, the future genuinely looks bright for me in a way that really just did not exist before today, you know, or before 2 years ago. You know. So I'm really, really just happy to be streaming, and I'm really happy to be working towards something productive. So I wanted to talk about how in the coming year I will succeed. Yeah, because I've talked a lot about how I've talked a lot about how I have failed but I haven't really talked about how I plan on succeeding. And I do want to succeed, and I will succeed. And one of those things looks like Sat Art Day tweets. That genuinely is what will help me improve. I've been thinking about making Sat Art Day tweets because I got this idea from another artist who tweets on daily, their art daily. I was like, well, personally, I don't think I could tweet art on a daily basis. I won't lie. I don't think that is possible for me because in the job that I'm working, I work 12, 13, 14-hour shifts. So even assuming I only sleep, 4-6 hours a day, that doesn't leave a lot of time for art. And I'll admit, I want to play video games, I want to watch anime, and I want to watch VTubers as well. So I have to mix in all of that along with making time for art. So the whole point of Sat Art Day tweets is that I make a tweet weekly because I plan on making or working on art on a given week at least 10 minutes a day for an entire week. 10 minutes a day I'm going to be working on art. I'm going to be working on drawing, I'm going to be working on painting, I'm going to be working on animating, I'm going to be working on rigging, I'm going to be working on music. For 10 minutes a day, I focus on art. And of course, I will do more than 10 minutes a day most days because I do love drawing. When I start to draw, when I start to rig, when I start to do anything, I genuinely love what I do. It's just that I'll admit, when I'm not doing it, I don't want to do it. When I could be procrastinating and playing a video game, I want to play a video game. I want to procrastinate. So the idea is that if I force myself to do at least 10 minutes a day, I'll more than likely do more than 10 minutes a day. And even if I only do 10 minutes a day, that's still 10 minutes of improvement daily. And that's nothing to scoff at, That's still 10 minutes daily. I also want to practice speaking. And for that, I learned from someone, I can't remember the name, but I learned an idea of recording myself on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. Just recording myself and speaking to myself 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a week, I mean. And watching myself, or listening to myself, rather, whenever I speak. Try to see the failures in my speech patterns and try to improve those, try to make more interesting comments and use better vocabulary. And another thing that I want to do to help me succeed, and this one's going to be really hard, because remember, I went from streaming 3 days a week to streaming 1 day a week, like a couple months ago, because I wanted to make highlight videos on a monthly basis. That was genuinely my idea, that I was going to make one highlight video a week to help increase my chances of being noticed in the algorithm. Because let's be honest, on YouTube, videos do better than live streams. Especially, you know, 10-minute, 5-minute, 15-minute videos do a million times better than 30-minute, 4-hour, or hours of live stream. You know, videos do a lot better on this platform. And so the original idea was that I was going to spend time editing and making highlight videos or something of the sort, and I never really did that, and it was entirely because I hate my voice. I genuinely do. Whenever I hear the sound of my voice, I just can't listen to the sound of my voice. So somehow, probably speaking to myself 10 minutes a week, using that idea, I'm gonna get used to hearing my voice and accepting the way I sound and improving the way I sound. More importantly, improving the way I sound so that I can start making highlight videos, so that I can start getting, you know, 1, maybe 2 views on those highlight videos, and then eventually those viewers will translate into subscribers, and then eventually those subscribers will eventually translate into people who watch my streams, which will repeat the process like any other given streamer out there or VTuber out there. And that's what I plan on doing. So now I want to go ahead and just be honest. I know that I don't really get people watching me. I really know that I don't really have anyone who watches me on a regular basis. But for the people who do watch me, the people who genuinely watch me or have watched me in the past or will watch me in the future, thank you for watching. That genuinely makes my day. Whenever I see a comment, even if I can't read it, even if I have to use Google Translate, seeing a comment on my video or seeing that someone watched my video, that genuinely makes my day. Because I have had viewers. I think the largest amount of viewers I've ever had was like 11. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's like 11 viewers on a singular video, and that genuinely makes me happy. Seeing people watch and enjoy, or maybe not enjoy, maybe cringe at my videos, that makes me happy. And especially when you comment, that even makes me happier. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching. All right. So I think that's going to be the end of my stream. But before I go, I wanted to show you my end card. So here is my end card animation. I think it's really great. I really like it. Not much to say here, but I will admit that this end card does need some music. I just genuinely don't know what music I'm gonna use for it. I've got to look around and see what I can find. But I do like my end card. I wanted to go with a neon bar kind of vibe. It doesn't really have a neon bar kind of vibe, but that kind of is what I wanted to give off, even if just slightly. I really, I mean, honestly, from my opening card, from my ending card, you can definitely see that I've improved animation wise. So like here, let me show you. This is my opening card. Let me turn that song off. And it's very straightforward. It's very much a straightforward pictured card. It's not the animation isn't the best. It's very choppy. And then you got this. This is still fairly choppy by all means, but it does improve. It is an improvement. You know, you can clearly see that there's highlights in this. There's not really shadow, because I really wasn't thinking about shadow. I guess I should have added a little bit more shadow here and there. I want to add a little bit of highlight here and there. And so, you know, I genuinely think I did improve on that. Anyways, guys, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and leave that here because my voice is dying. We're talking nearly an hour straight. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your morning. All right? Bye. Bye.